School's out for summer. School's out for.
Hi, I'm Ibrahim Abbas, and I'm doing Scolding Romeo, Act 3, Scene 3. Hold thy desperate hand! Art thou a man? Thy form cries out thou art. Thy tears are womanish. Thy wild acts denote the unreasonable fury of a beast. Unseemly woman in a seeming man, and ill-beseeming beast in seeming both. Thou hast amazed me. By my holy order, I thought thou disposition better tempered. Hast thou slain Tybalt? Wilt thou slay thyself, and slay thy lady that in thy life lives, by doing damned hate upon thyself? Why railiest thou on thy birth to heaven and earth, since birth, and heaven, and earth, all three do meet in thee at once, which thou once wouldst lose? Fie, thou shamest thy shape, thy love, thy wit, which like Usura bounce in all, and uses none in its true use indeed, which should bedeck thy shape, thy love, thy wit. Thy noble shape is but a form of wax, digressing by the veil of a man. Thy dear love is sworn but hollow perjury, killing that love which thou hast vowed to cherish. Thy wit, that ornament to shape and love, misshapen in the conduct of them both, like powder in a skilless soldier's flask, is set afire by thine own ignorance, and dismembered by thine own defense. What roused thee, man? Thy Juliet is alive, for whose dear sake was but lately dead. There, art thou happy? Tybalt would kill thee, but thou slewest Tybalt. There, art thou happy? The law that threatened death becomes thy friend and turns into exile. There, art thou happy? Happiness courts thee in her best array, but like a misbehaving sullen wench, thou puts up thy fortune and thy love. Take heed, for such die miserable. Go get thee to thy love as we decreed. Ascend her chamber, hence and comfort her. But look, thou stay not till the watch be set, for then thou canst not pass him on to her. Well, thou shalt live until we can find time to blaze your marriage, recounsel your friends, beg pardon of the prince, and call thee back with 20,100,000 times more joy than thou wentst forth in lamentation. Go, be fondness, commend me to thy lady, and bid her hasten all the house to bed, which makes heavy sorrow apt on too. Romeo is coming.
I'm Phil.
And I'm Vanessa.
We're doing the potion plan from Act 4, Scene 1.
I'm Juliet.
I'm Schreier.
Oh, shut the door, and when thou hast done so, come weep with me. Hast hope, hast care, hast help.
Oh, Juliet, I already know thy grief. It strains me past the compass of my wits. I hear thou must nothing be prorogue it. On Thursday next be buried to this county.
Oh, tell me not, friar, that thou hearest of this, unless thou tell me how may prevent it. If in thy wisdom thou canst give no help, do thou but call my resolution wise, and with this knife I'll help her presently. God join my heart and Romeo's, thou our hand, and in his hand by thee to Romeo's seal shall be the label to another deed. This shall slay them both. Therefore, out of thy long experienced time, give me some present counsel, or behold, twixt my extremes and me this bloody knife shall play the umpire, arbitrating that which the commission of thy years and art to no issue of true honor bring. Be not so long to speak, I long to die. If what thou speak not of remedy.
Hold, daughter. I do spy a kind of hope, which craves its desperate execution is as desperate which we would prevent. If, rather than to marry Count in Paris, thou hast the strength of will to slay thyself, then is it likely thou wilt undertake a thing like that to try to away the shame, that coast with death to himself to escape from it. And if thou darest, I'll give thee remedy.
Oh, bid me leave rather than marry Paris from off the battlements of any tower, or walk in thievish ways, or bid me lurk where serpents are, or chain me with roaring bears, or hide me nightly in a charnel house, overcovered quite with dead men's rattling bones, with reeky shanks and yellow chapped skulls. Things that, to hear them told, have made me tremble, and I will do them without fear or doubt, to live an unstained wife to my sweet love.
Hold then. Go home, be married, give consent to marry Paris. Wednesday is tomorrow. Tomorrow night let thou lie alone, and not the nurse lie with thee in thy chamber. Take thou this vow, being then in bed, and this distilling liquor drink thou off. When presently through all thy veins shall run a cold and drowsy humor, and no pulse shall keep this native progress, but surcease, no warmth, no breath shall testify thou livest. The rose in thy lips and cheeks shall fade to wanny ashes, The eyes windows fall like death when he shuts up the day of life. Each part, deprived of simple government, shall stiff and stark be cold, appear like death, and in its broad likeness of shrunk death thou shalt continue 42 hours, and awakest from a pleasant sleep. Now, when the bridegroom in the morning comes to rouse thee from thy bed, there art thou dead. Then, as the manner of our country is, and thy best robes uncovered on the bier, thou shalt be born to that same ancient vault where all the kindred of the Capulets lie. In the meantime, against thou shalt awake, shall Romeo by my letters know our drift, and hither shall he come, and he and I will watch thy waking. And that very night shall Romeo bear thee hence to Mantua, and this shall free thee from this present shame, with no unconstant toil nor womanish fear abate thy battle on the acting it.
Give me, oh tell me not of fear.
Hold. Get you gone. The prosperous and strong in this resolve. I'll send the friar with speech to Mantua with my letters to thy lord.
Love, give me strength, and strength shall help afford. Farewell, dear father.
So I'm Teresa, and I'm playing Juliet in Potion Speech, Act 4, Scene 3. And it's basically about Juliet's woe and a lot of doubt over what she's about to do. Farewell. God knows when we shall meet again. A faint cold fear thrills through my veins and freezes up the heat of life. I'll call them back again to comfort me. Nurse! What should she do here? This dismal scene I must act alone. Come by. What if this mixture do not work at all? Shall I be married then tomorrow morning? No, no, this shall forbid it. Lie thou there. What if this be a poison? That the friar suddenly hath ministered to have me dead, lest he be dishonored, because he married me before to Romeo. Oh, I fear it is. And yet, I think it's not. For he hath been tried, a holy man. How if, when I am laid into the tomb, I should wake before the time, Romeo come to redeem me? Oh, that's a fearful point. Shall I not be stifled then, in the vault, to whose no foul mouth breathes healthsome air, and lie strangled ere my Romeo comes? Or if I live, is not very like the conceit of death and night, together with the terror of the place. As in a vault, an ancient receptacle, where for many hundreds of years the bones of all my ancestors lay packed, and where bloody Tybalt, still but green the earth, lays festering in a shroud. And as they say, at some hours in the night, spirits resort. Alack, alack, is it not like that I, so early waking, with loathsome smells and shrieks like mandrakes, that living mortals hearing them run mad? Oh, if I wake, shall I not be distraught, environed with all these hideous fears, and madly play with my fourfold distorts? And plot at mingled Tybalt, who, in rage, will take up a great kinsman's bone, and as with a club, strike me and rack out my desperate brains. Oh, look. Methinks I see Tybalt, seeking out dear Romeo, who he did pierce upon a rapier's point. Stay, Tybalt, stay! Romeo! Romeo, Romeo! I cling to thee.